Good afternoon to the Cosmic Weather Report of, it's the 29th of August 2025. There's a lot of energy going on, there's a lot of flow, there's a lot of water energy, a lot of air energy, so we'll get started. I was guided to look at the H2O, the chemical composition of water. I was asked to look at the alphabet of the planets, which is a download I had quite some time ago of how we can recreate the word alphabet and we can spell anything with the planets. So H is the conscious mind on the right side of the solar plexus. 2 is the moon and water, and 0 is Neptune. So it's a very watery energy. This is the year of H2O and Metatron, creating through the energy of water, preparing grids through there. So there's a lot of mer-being energy coming into our consciousness. The oceans of the Indian Ocean, the Eastern Atlantic and the West Pacific Ocean specifically, the middle and all the seabeds. There are pyramids on our seabeds that are all starting to work with the ancients again as our consciousness is expanding. But this whole week is about the house of the moon. Why? Because it's running up to this total lunar eclipse on the 7th of September. So we are feeling emotional intelligence, these codes coming in for our expansion. And when this happens, we don't have to, but we feel either unconsciously or consciously things coming up, a lot of things coming up from the past and right now the present. So we were looking at what was going on. The Lilac fire dragon is very prolific right now with that violet flame of freedom. There is part of fortune, which is the gateway of the light anatomy of the human design, which is within the Pentagon. This part of fortune runs very, very quickly, but as I was doing this chart, it was at 2 degrees with that Lemurian gateway, allowing 5D to work with 4D and below, and vice versa within this 3D realm. And part of fortune, our gateway, is running through the whole of, it runs very quickly, but right now in the consciousness of this reading, it's running through all the dragon energy. So you may be feeling lots of energy up and down, and this is all the energy coming in to work from the center of the flower of life, from the angelic heart. So this is working with the dragon moon Titan, which is a moon of Saturn. It's how do we feel? It's creating a new container of how do we feel. And when we work with how we feel, lots of things come up, and this is where we release things. Do we really need that anymore? I thought I'd work through that. There's a lot of coming to and froing with things like this. So the Lilac fire dragon is working with that fire of the lilac flame, which is of freedom. And this is working with our throat energy, like we've been talking about the last couple of weeks. And now we have the golden orange dragon working with our Pallas Athena, which is about 10 centimeters above our crown energy center. And this is working with defense. So it's allowing us to step back and allowing that energy to come in to enable us to go forward. So if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, the Pallas Athena is a very good one to play with this orange gold dragon, bringing in that golden energy, that compassion energy. That's working on the frequency of 111 on the 999. And again, that throat energy center is still working on the 111 on the 999, enabling us to remember. Then we go to the heart energy center this week, where the soul path for the collective is working on the 1185 on the 888, working with that portal of Gaia, working with that ascended divine feminine, bringing in wisdom from the ascended divine feminine, preparing the collective for the way forward, working with the crystal moon of Ariel, and with the crystal azezulite. It's a very good crystal to work with this week. It works with our causal energy center, which works with our pineal gland. This is our projector energy, our own flame energy, our own light energy. Whatever color that is, it's a very good one to work with for you personally. So yeah, azezulite, it enables you to feel, see and hear beyond. So Azezulite and 1185 on the 888 is a very good code to work with this week. And just remember, if you go onto dragon'seyehub.com, there's an orange button, frequency directory. Press that, and all the frequencies are there. You can just press and play and just sit in the energy, and you can invoke the energy. You can see, if you've got your personal body chart, you can see where this energy is personally working with you. So when you're working with these codes, there are many different ways to work. But if you haven't got your personal body grid, just press and play, like I said, on my our website, the Council of Three, and just sit with that energy. Sit in water, play it in bed, play it wherever you want to. Play it while you're walking. I wouldn't suggest maybe driving or anything like that. Somewhere where you can be quiet and more conscious. In the garden is very good right now, but we'll get to that energy in a moment. Then we go forward with Salacia. Now, Salacia is the consort of Neptune, like we've talked about before. Salacia is working with the moon of Mars at the moment, which is Phobos. Now, this is the energy expanding our knowledge, and if you connect with this, it's working with that plasmic ocean sea energy and mer being energy, working with Archangel Michael. And the Mars moon Phobos works with the red rose energy of expansion and fire, as does the 174 hertz. So that's 174 on the 333. That'll help you to expand quickly when you're working with water, in water, or you just want to connect to water. You don't actually have to be in it. You can just imagine that sea and off you go. And again, play the 174 if it helps. Again, look through your energy centers and see where that is coming in for you. Venus, our beautiful Venus, is working with harmony with Salacia. She's working on the 417 hertz on the 333. So you have Salacia working with expansion, Venus working with expansion, one with fire, one with water. So, and don't forget that Venus is working very much with our maké, that energy center that's 20 centimeters outside of our solar plexus in the middle. So if you find the middle of your solar plexus, go out 20 centimeters. That's where your maké works. Maké is way beyond the planets. In the Kuiper belt, this works with the energy of the emotional intelligence, and it's a gateway to all the moons. So Venus is in harmony with maké, and is also in harmony with Salacia. So water, moons, very big. Feelings, very big this week. Now, Mercury on our right-hand side of our solar plexus is just entering the light codes of Leo from water to fire. So how we feel and what has to change. So this energy will enable us to move forward once we've created that decision of how we feel, and then how it makes our whole reality change. Does it stay the same? Or are we moving forward into a different reality? This is bringing in light codes of expansion into our energetic of our place of feel on the right-hand side of the solar plexus. It's a real interesting energy as it moves from water to fire. So you might feel this fire coming inside of you to speak your truth and get that out there. And don't forget, all this information is down below, so you can find all the different frequencies down there. So you can just the word is coming in, so you can just receive this transmission right now just by laying, listening, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Now, release at the bottom of our heart from the collective soul path is on the 528 hertz on the 888, again working with that portal of Gaia, that ascended divine feminine coming into Gaia with these light codes, asking us to earth. The garden or nature, very good for the realizing of all this emotion from the heart, ready to move forward. So the garden is very good, earthing is very good. I do it a lot, if not every day, at least once or twice, because it helps us to bring the energy in and for the energy to go. Our energy works like this, every single heartbeat, every moment, every millisecond. So when we work with Mercury right now, our conscious mind, and we expand the conscious mind, so we can see what we need to release once and for all from the collective soul path. So this may be something that you want to do for the collective. It may not be a personal issue. So just remember this. This is working with the collective soul path. And you can look where you're working with the collective soul path. Look for that 5 to 8 within your energetic center. So could it be in your throat? Could it be in your Uranus on this new path? Could it be somewhere? So just find out if you have this on your personal body map. But just remember, this is for the collective soul. So anyone can do this. You can just sit in that energy and you can say, I invoke the 528 on the 888. I am one. I am source. And then just see what comes in. Then at the back of the crown, we have Vulcan, and he's working on the 528 again, but this time on the 999. So he's working with remembrance, and this will enable connection and flow at this time for the collective. It will work quickly like a whip and enable a breakthrough. So it's very energy. So if you're feeling that you're just in this pool of emotion and I know all of this, and I've worked with it, and you want some flow to go forward, then 528 on the 999 will really help. And it's flow. Vulcan is the consort of Venus, and it is connection and flow. So if you feel like you're in this emotional pool and it's too much and it's overwhelming, this is a good one to play right now. Now, interestingly, Mars is in the healing colours, the 639 on the 444. This is your whole right side. This is a collective whole right side. And this is working with the magnetics of the planet. It's working with the indigo warrior, the indigo children who are grown, and waking them up to their path. This will also enable you to understand the other side of the conversation, the colour indigo, where the colour indigo, it will help your field to enable this frequency, working with the moon of Mimas, which is from Saturn, which works with the beings of co-creation for Gaia, working with your DNA through the right side of your heart. And then finally we have the moon. Talking about this moon energy, we cannot leave her out. Interestingly, the moon, ironically, is working in the rainbow bridge, the ambassador energy. It's 741 on the 666, so Mars is working with Venus, so it's very balancing. Venus is the whole left side, Mars is the whole right side. And right now, Mars is enabling that balance a lot. And when we're working with a lot of emotion, balance is needed. So if you're feeling, before when we said if you felt you were in this pool and you just wanted to raise above it, then the Vulcan is the one for you. If you just feel you want a little bit of balance while you're going through the thought processes of the feeling process of the emotion that you're working with, then the moon is at a very good place right now. Through this watery emotional time preparing us for the eclipse, the moon is within the ambassador energy, the rainbow bridge energy of compassion, creating with Venus, working with gratitude, knowing you are enough, and creating a gateway of that moving forward. So this, if there's one key word for this week, it is emotion. It's working with all those moons. The archangels, who are the ambassadors to and fro Gaia, are working with this energy also. So you've got Archangel Michael working with fire energy. You've got Archangel Cassiel working with that moon energy. You've got Archangel Uriel working with the light code energy. You know, we have so many ambassadors working with us at the moment. So it is a good time to connect. And just remember, when we're connecting at this moment, it's all about feel, preparing us for the way forward for this eclipse coming up. We will talk more about that next week on the 5th. But for now, have a beautiful week. Be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Remember to work with the water. Remember, you can encode it. You can drink it. You can honour yourself with it. And you can honour others. In fact, we've got 2 pigeons, Mr. and Mrs. Pidge, that live in our garden. They just came on their own one day, and now they just come and sit with us, and often we'll give them a little bit of oats or whatever. But this morning, the water that we put out for them, they were bathing in it. So yeah, it's very much water energy for all beings. All beings, remember. And this is this eclipse that we're coming up to, that this week we're preparing for, and that weeks previous, is enabling that spiral, that new spiral energy that's creating that new container for us to all as a collective work in. So a lot of energy this week, a lot of emotional energy, a lot of moon energy. So remember that intelligence is coming in. If you just want to reach out, play these frequencies, because it will come in and it will enable you. So have a beautiful week, and remember, you're much loved and you are always enough. Take care. Bye.